Okay, back at it again. It is 10:38, 9/10, 2016, and to lead the way.
Today's topics to discuss are who around you has had the most impact in the person you are today? Where is the most beautiful place you have been to? What are three things you want to accomplish before you die? How do you plan or try to make the world a better place? Where do you start? What is a great thing that happened to you on your worst day? And we have two more pretty general ones. One is relationships, and the last one is pretty controversial, maybe green cards. So the first topic that we will start with is who around you has had the most impact in the person you are today. And would you like me to start?
Yep.
Okay, so the people that had the most impact in the person I am today. I would say that growing up, my support system has always been mostly my best friends. They encourage me, motivate me, offer sound advice, talk, or just hang out. The friends who I consider my best friends are those who have kept it real with me and stick with me through both the good and the bad times. Some of them really had a huge impact on me.
You have to talk louder.
Some saw qualities or talents about me that I either failed to see or recognize or didn't view as such big accomplishments. There are a couple people that really helped me to be inspired and made me think about things in a different perspective of life. The way I think about myself, the way I perceive others, the way to push forward in life. And that's a little summary of opening of who has had the most impact in the person I am today.
Okay, can you put your foot out your butt? Okay, my question is, like, what type of impact? What type of impact they had on you? And first off, like, what type of things they had impacts on you with?
I got this topic from a site, and it was the questions pretty general, but basically, they helped to inspire me and see things about me that I didn't see before, or um, discuss a lot of different perspectives on life.
So, what type of impact you had on them?
Mm, well, some said that I was for inspiration when I was really positive. My writings, some of them with reading, um, sometimes just hanging out and being there, listening.
So, hanging out, being there, listening.
Hmm.
So they done the same for you.
Yeah, basically.
So, what you think about the people that don't have the impacts on you? How you deal with them? 'Cause I don't know how to deal with a person.
What do you mean those that like don't?
Well, I do know how to deal with them, but
Hmm.
I mean, what do you do to the people that really don't have, you know, positive in your life, or always had negative? What do you do with them?
Um, I think to some degree, I try to work with them. I try to give them, chances, things like that. Um, but if they're constantly bringing negativity, I would have something to say about it.
Well, what
Like,
I
it could
do
be
with them.
family, it could be.
Yeah, family.
Sometimes you have to squash, like, negative comments or, horrible remarks, things like that. To
So,
distance the negativity.
but you can't step away from family.
I'm saying, like, distance
You
to a
can't
certain
distance
degree.
them.
You can't just, like, I don't really believe in, like, disowning or things like that, but, sometimes you have to keep a little bit distance and then come back to it. That's how I approach it. Or sometimes it needs to be approached. Like, instead of being at each other's throats all the time.
So I guess family, you can't even step away from them. You just gotta distance yourself.
For a little bit, I'm
but-
saying, but then come back to
But
it.
friends, can you step away from them?
I think it all depends.
Well, I can step away from both. Let's go to the next one. Relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the topic you got for relationships?
No, I don't have any subtopics for that.
Okay,
right
well, these are topics I got for relationships. Love.
Okay.
Let's see. It's hot. Hot as a mug. Love. Let's start off with love. So, how you know when you love a person when you first start a relationship? Do you know how when you first started your relationship? You know when your love began?
Yeah, I know. I feel it.
You felt it. So how you felt it? Where it came from? Like, what made you feel like you was in love?
Like, the feeling deep down inside in your heart, but not just the feeling. It's...
Was it sex?
No,
Oh,
definitely
okay.
not just that. I mean, sex can be good, but, it's just... sex can be amazing,
it
but...
wasn't sex?
No, it's not just that. No.
So was it the communication?
It's a combination of things. Like, not just physical attraction or chemistry, which definitely has to be there, but, like a emotional, mental connection, spiritual connection, various things.
So
Yeah.
what was the spiritual connection? What was that? What is that? She said spiritual connection, y'all.
I would say when you have...
I want to know what this is.
I would say when you have a common belief, like something really big, like even generally, you can be, like with my relationship, we both believed in that there's a higher being, there's God, and we believe in the root of good versus evil. We believe in peace, certain characteristics that define people as evil, having evil actions, and you gotta have some kind of spiritual connection to be able to be with this person and continue to be with the one you love. I think that it always helps when you have things in common like that.
Okay. Well, my connection is the feel, like the feeling, like the touch, and the spiritual connection. Like you said, like you gotta feel the person inside out.
Right.
Like you have to understand it. You gotta understand them inside and out.
Yeah.
Like you get this feeling when you talk to somebody, then when you see them and you ain't seen them in a minute, and then you ain't talked to them, and but when you do talk to them, you feel real good and happy and proud that you know you had this person in your life. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is
Next one is, what are 3 things you want to accomplish before you die?
oh,
Pretty heavy, but
oh shit.
Yeah. I know one of mine. But...
Dang, you. I guess everybody want to accomplish this. I guess when you was a kid, what you always say? What you always said when you was a kid? I want all the money in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody want to accomplish that. So you want all the money in the world, but all the money in the world don't bring happiness. Let's go to the next one. The next one is not the next one, but what you want to accomplish? Like,
mine might be kind of really different, but the first thing that I always think of that comes to my mind is publishing. Like, cause I'm a writer, and and all my life since I was a kid, and I really want to just put my writing out there and publish a book, several books, but at least like one biography, one poetry book, and one either fiction or fan fiction, and have something beyond, I think, before I die.
So, there's nothing else you want to accomplish?
There are other things I want to accomplish.
Okay, so there's your time to tell me what you want to accomplish.
So, the second thing I know that I would definitely want to accomplish before I die is, I don't know if this is really an accomplishment, but it's kind of like a goal, will be to finally get married and have a family and have my own family and raise kids.
That's like you want to accomplish something you didn't do
yet. Yeah, basically.
So something she ain't do yet that she don't know if that's an accomplishment. Next subject. If I hit Anna with one of these bananas, what's the next subject?
Next topic is, how do you plan or try to make the world a better place, and where do you start? Have you?
Where you gonna start at?
I just got things off the site. Come on. Okay, so.
Where you want to start at, Anna?
I would say.
How would you make it better in this evil, corrupted, disturbed, sometimes happiness, sometimes upsetness, sometimes death, sometimes craziness, sometimes goodness world? I can keep going, but it'd be a long labels for this world and trying to make it better.
Right.
So, where would you start at?
I really believe that it has to start with myself, to make a change, improvement, growth, even if it's baby steps each day.
So, what you hate about the world? What do you dislike about the world? That you think need improvement? Like,
there's too many things, I think, but I guess some of the biggest things is injustice, evil, greed. let's say laws that don't help but are designed
So which laws?
to, like, laws in general. I think a lot of them, they are there because it's kind of a mask, I think, to try and get people to think that they need it or that it's going to benefit people, but it really just hurts.
So, what is the laws you talking about? First, do you like the police? I'm just saying, do you think the police benefit you in any way?
Not at all.
Oh, wow. She don't think the police benefit her. Why you don't think that? Because I think they do.
I don't think in general that, I mean, personally, I don't. Like,
Reason why I say I think they do, this my reason. Because, I mean, you got good guys, you got bad guys, and everything that you do. You feel what I'm saying? So, whereas though we need some of the good guys to look over the bad guys, and some of the bad guys that's in the police force, got some of the good guys looking over them, watching their every step. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, some don't step up, some do. You feel what I'm saying? Then we have rapists, we have killers, we have child molesters, and things like that in the world. You know what I'm saying? That we need an eye on, like we really do. If you feel as though you're sitting here right now and then somebody walk past and they just do something to you for no reason, then you'll feel like you need a hero to come along to save your day, right? To have the training to do what they need to do. Or you can do it yourself.
I mean, I don't think that a hero is necessarily, police, is what I'm saying. Like, it can be
I'm saying,
any...
I'm saying, but who is you going to call? So you telling me that you just want somebody to come and save the day and then let the criminal go away. And then you got this criminal walking around every day and he might come back and get your ass. See, that's what the agency for police for, is to keep the criminal away from you.
But a lot of times, I don't think that...
I'm just asking a question. You said a hero is not always the one to save the day.
No, I said a hero doesn't necessarily have to be, like, police. Sometimes it comes in forms of, other people that help out or whatever.
So you telling me somebody who jump up here and they got a gun to both of us out here, and the police ride past, you expect for us to just take care of the situation and let the police ride past?
Like, if they just happen to ride past?
Yeah, they riding past. You say we don't need them.
I didn't say we don't need them.
You say we don't need them.
They don't necessarily come in the form of,
We don't need the police.
I never said we don't need them.
Anna said we don't need them. She can save her own day. She gonna call Batman.
I never said we don't need. I mean, we don't need police. Like, you asked me my opinion.
Let's talk about firemen.
Okay.
Oh, you okay with the firemen?
I'm partial. I mean, what do you expect?
So firemen, we need them.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we need the firemen. Anna said, but we don't need the police.
I didn't say we don't need Batman.
We need Batman and Robin to save the day. Next one.
Let's see. I want to know where you're going with this green card. The next one is your topic.
Oh, yeah, the green card. Oh, man, Donald Trump. We gonna
Need
call
we
that
say
one.
more?
We'll call that Donald Trump,
Oh,
the green card. Donald Trump. Let's talk about Donald Trump first. What you think about Donald?
all I can think of right now is toupee and bankruptcy.
Oh man, toupee.
And
Everybody
past
thinking,
bankruptcy.
why is toupee come in mind every time? Well, this our last one. We talking about Donald Trump and his toupee and
Past bankruptcy.
oh yeah, and the green card. So and his toupee. And the green card and the toupee. I mean green card. Well, Donald Trump said if he become the president once before that if he become the president, that he's sending everybody that don't have a green card back to their country, and he building a wall so they ass don't come back over here. Do you think that's fair?
I don't know how fast that would happen.
I ain't asked you. I said, do you think that's fair? If you've been here for 20 years without a green card, should you go back?
I think it depends on like a case by case. Like there's certain instances, in most instances I would say yes, but in certain instances, like if you actually know somebody that came here legally, but you know their lawyer or somebody messed up the situation, whereas they're not legal or whatever anymore, then I think there are always, you know, a little bit of exceptions, but in the most case, like, you know.
Hell no. They should go their ass back. First of all, we already have problems with the people that been here. You feel what I'm saying? And
That have green cards in?
yeah, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's American citizens, like been here all their life. You feel what I'm saying? You got people that come here and get jobs before people who already been here. You feel what I'm saying? They living well, they living nice, but some of the people that's been here don't have nothing. You know, they got to work hard every day. You feel what I'm saying? Their parents had to work hard. They been here all their life, and you know, I think Donald Trump is right on that part. Like, yeah, they need to take their ass on. Like, yeah, for real. For real. Get the hell on. For real.
Wait,
Think
you're
about
saying
it.
that you think that he's right on the part where if they've been here like illegally for over 20 years or whatever,
They've
they
been
need to
here
take
illegally. They need to go back where they came from.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, that's what I was saying. Like, except for there's
You
like
think
a
it's
couple
fair?
exceptions.
Okay, do you
but,
think it's fair? Do you think it's fair for somebody like you?
Mhm.
You worked every day, and then somebody just come over in the same, you know, like job field you in, and then you know get your job and you get fired, and they ain't even been here that long.
And the only reason why they got your job is because
I mean,
they're gonna work for cheaper or whatever, and things
right?
like
they
that.
gonna work for cheap or whatever. It
Yeah,
don't
I
even
mean, that's
matter.
definitely not, you know.
That's not fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why people is upset. Like, you know, you have a lot of Mexicans that come over here. They bundle up. For real, you know it. And they take all the jobs. And a lot of people get mad about it. You know, they taking all the jobs, but they don't have green cards. You think that's fair? Like, that's not, to me it's not fair. Like, that's just like me and my wife, we get married and I go out for a job and she go out for a job, but we can't get into this job because they don't want us. They want the person that's going to work under the table for less money, and these people ain't got no green card.
Yeah, it's definitely exploitation. Like, sometimes you'll go to like a small franchise and like fast food, for instance, and there will be like one race only, like that owns the franchise now, and they're only gonna
You gotta talk loud.
hire a certain race because the manager they put in, only has that one race. So, the employees that are working there don't even speak, like a lot of them, the majority of them don't speak English, and they're not gonna be able to understand the customers' orders, right? Things like that. So, and I really don't think that, that's fair in any way.
Next topic.
Um,
We got a few. What's this work? How about I'll give an extra topic. Let's talk about cell phones.
what about cell phones?
Cell phones. Your favorite phone.
My
Let's
favorite
talk
cell
about
phone.
cell phones. What's your favorite phone?
Can I pick two?
No, you only can pick one.
Damn.
Favorite phone.
Samsung Note.
So I got one in my hand. Samsung Note. Samsung Note. Why you like this phone?
Because first of all, I like the shape of it. It has a really big screen and is very rectangular, and I like the memo part of it with the pen. I used a really really old note a while back, and I really liked it. It lasts a long time before breaking down. It's the best Samsung in my opinion, other than the S models, Galaxy S that everyone raves about. It's not an Apple iPhone,
Yeah,
which
I
a lot
can't
of people
stand
love, but I am
Apples.
anti-Apple. I'll be real.
She's anti-Apple. I'm anti-Apple too.
You just
I
can't
stand
do it.
No.
Can't do iPhones.
So,
Can't do
what was the
Maxi.
next phone that you liked?
LG,
Oh, you like LG because you got
yeah,
LG.
LGGs and stuff like that. But
But I don't like nothing but Samsung. That's the only phone I like.
yeah.
Like Samsung, Galaxies. What you like about the LG?
LG is great for multitasking. Like, you can use different apps and text and talk and, check email all at the same time, basically, and it's not gonna freeze on you like the HTC screens the HTC phone, Windows phone that broke on me a while back. A lot of smartphones, a few years ago, they would have issues where they're just gonna, completely black out on you, the screen, and stop functioning, and you can't even troubleshoot it. If you try to multitask. So, when I did my research, that's why I got this LG, and it worked out for a good while, I think. It's good enough for now, but I am gonna get my hands on a Note.
She is going to get her hands on a Note. I don't know what Note. I don't know how you going to get your hands on it. All right. Next topic is
Where's the most beautiful place you have been to?
the most beautifulest place I've been to. Dang. I've been to so many places. I don't know.
Pick one or two. The most beautiful.
I've been to the most beautifulest place I've been to. How you say it? Niagara Falls.
You took mine.
I've been
Which
there.
side?
Right?
Which side of it?
The falls.
The
Not
US
Canada
side or the
side,
Canada
Buffalo side. Yeah.
Alright, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I want to go to the
Niagara
Canada
Falls,
side.
the Canada side. It's amazing.
Yeah, I want to go there.
It's all foggy and like, once you get on that side, it's all foggy. And if you get the hotel where, I forgot the name of it, but you could get an awesome view of that side.
Oh,
Another place.
another place is, let's see. Washington, D.C. Washington. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. You don't like Washington, D.C.? What's the problem?
Oh, I never said anything about it. So Yellowstone National Park, that's one of my favorite. When I was younger, we traveled a lot. My family traveled a lot. So.
All right, we only got a few minutes left, so.
So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Another topic?
All this noise I got. Probably can't even hear. Oh, I'm gonna throw in this topic. What do you think about this?
Use it when you need it.
Use it when you need it.
When you're desperate.
Use this when you need it. When you're desperate. That's what I'm gonna say. Stop you from smoking a lot.
It's the brand that they say celebrities use, Blue.
Blue.
I didn't know that, but someone told me.
This right here gonna stop you from smoking. You smoke. I don't know if it's gonna stop Anna from smoking.
That's what I was gonna say. Do not falsely advertise.
All right. Next.
Next topic we're gonna say is. Next topic is auras. People's auras.
What about people auras?
Aura reading, colors, meanings, things like that. It's really big.
Right. And we only got a little bit of time to be talking about auras.
Let's see then.
Let's talk about health. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about exercise. Let's talk about vegetables. What's your best vegetable? I'm sorry about the noise, but it's loud.
Best vegetable.
Yeah.
Probably cauliflower.
Can't hear it.
Probably cauliflower, but it can't be steamed.
Why?
Because it's crunchy. I like my vegetables
It's country.
crunchy. Crunchy. They have to be crunchy. They can't be like soft and like overly.
So
cooked or
cauliflower
whatever.
is country.
If I'm gonna eat them,
I mean crunchy. So she don't like cauliflower.
No, I like them because they're crunchy, like the raw ones.
You know what I like?
But.
String beans. I just like string beans.
So.
Oh,
health
and
nutrition.
Jamaican food, but I don't. I
Oh
guess.
my God. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, I want some Jamaican food.
Look what
Yeah.
you did to me.
Oh, you messed up. Talking about
I need some
Jamaican
Jamaican
food.
food. Damn.
She's Asian, but she loves Jamaican food. Alright.
I need some Jamaican food now. Like today.
Can you stop kicking the damn Satan? She wants some Jamaican food, and it's not healthy. Alright. How about watermelon?
What about
You know,
what?
black people like watermelon. That's what they say, black people like watermelon.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I know you like watermelon, you ain't black. What you think about watermelon?
Watermelon is refreshing.
So watermelon is refreshing. Well, we only got a couple of minutes. I'm about to sum it up. Have a great day. Have a great Saturday.
Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Oh, God. Bye.